darlings. Perhaps you have missed me. Perhaps you have not. Perhaps your soul has missed a soul adjacent, and in this calm and quiet moment, you feel that ache. Now you can be a priest, priestess of the void, and you can crow to the heavens that you are lost. You can beat your empty heart, the rushes, and pound your chest with fury and abandon. Loneliness can be met with a pink candle and some slow writhing in the dark. It can be met with dating apps and a degree of stoicism that would impress even Marcus Aurelius. Can also be met with the great joy in the small strangeness that is our daily experience of this world. There is something extraordinary in the quiet of the morning as it draws up its dark blue skirts and passes the sun betwixt its knees. There is something astonishing about the cool air moving warm off your skin as the ceiling fan hums overhead. There's a grace, the crackle and the crisp eating of air as a fire opens a portal between the seen and unseen worlds. Being a noticer of what is a gift. You will have noticed this first as a noticer. The world is complex and beautiful. Things come in their seasons and follow their natures. But if you become skilled, patient, and you settle your loneliness alongside you as a thermos of mulled wine, you'll see the magic beneath what has always seemed forgettable and mundane. Quieter and more keen still, we see the fairies. Seeing them is enough private joy that it is hard to speak of. They are real and felt as moments of impossible possibility, just as fire moves from what is to what was and what will be in a single glowing moment. So too do the fairies stand as doors between dream and the heartless dominion of reality. see them, and lonely as we are moved to lay out a plate of treats for them in the roots of a tree. And many times we fall asleep at those roots and awaken days later, startled, adorned in crumbs and smudges in an otherworldly sense. We know that a payment has been received. This is not to say that the plate we lay out for the fairies returns to us empty, even if the syrup is sipped and the thimble is tipped, and all the wings have been lost in the austerity of dawn's trespass into day. No. Wishes, small, large, plate snapping with their weight and purpose, come back. If only we're willing to acknowledge them as they are. New, imperfect approximations of what a fairy might understand our hopes and dreams, our wishes and wiles to be. So perhaps the long-lost love arrives with a limp from wrestling with angels, and a wry, unfortunate view on things, and he grumbles and groans his way into your life, and you hear all his noises with ears that turn like a doe's might when it senses danger. And even though the fairies have done their level best to touch your willful magic with their own, you are pulling a wounded man through a door he cannot see. You are dragging a soul through fire, and when it arrives, it is hard to hear anything other than the rattle of all that the fairies forgot. The drumbeat of a future that no longer moves with the urgency of a doe, the first sensation of risk, but takes its time to trust. The loneliness is a song that plays if you're willing to have that patience. Perhaps the fairies remembered the most essential, and when the drums decrescendo and become as slow and steady as heartbeat, the noticer will notice the long-lost love was retrieved. Perhaps there is a strange peace that you've made with your noticing and your ingratiating of fairies, and your hours go by sweetly, and a man with crow wings borne on his back, who arrives at your door with his sack of troubles and watches to sell, is a curiosity. You can come up to the porch and wash the road from his feet, and drink the mulled wine the season has made to share, and find a stillness in that gentle place you've made, a shelter from the susurrus wings as nature calls the birds to rise up and move as one over the mountains, seeking heat and a safe wintering. stowing of memories. He can take his place amongst all the things that are, for a time, in visitation in your bed, in your heart. He can be doused and salved and daubed and anointed with all of the quiet pleasures you've curated in this liminal space. This stream, this wayside inn. But it is hard to give up a door that you can shut. It is hard for the man's wings to settle. Perhaps what has been offered is enough. The loneliness, it is an opening in the trees where he can rise to join his kind and be as nature asks him to be. You can stand as you are and wonder at the iridescent beauty of his wings. Drinking from the mulled wine of autumn, as these flames eat the loaves and limbs of the trees, toast their leaves and turn them red as wine. Nature will make its pairs, stars align in time, and I am having a sense of my spirit as rich and ripened and ready for harvest. Alone with myself, the silence, the long-lost love, the winged man who cannot stay. This is a meal made sacred by slow and steady beats, and all who are not meant to taste will be made well elsewhere. And if there is no man that wants this pleasure, then I shall keep it greedily to myself. I shall feast upon myself, down to the bones, down to the marrow, until I am called to pass through fire, for some noticer to lift their head and see. Thank you for listening. This has been A Story Whispered. If you like this, liking, commenting, and subscribing is a big help. You're appreciated, and I hope you have a wonderful